Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is 顿顿说中文，我是顿顿。I know it's been a long time since I updated. Remember before, I told you guys I was preparing for a job interview. Good news is I got that job, and maybe if things goes well, I will go to fly to another country and stay there for 1 year. But I will keep you guys updated, okay? But today, as you can see in the title, we are gonna learn how to compare stuff, maybe their size or their ages, stuff like that in Chinese Mandarin. For example, 我比你大 means I'm older than you, or she's younger than me, 她比我小. As usual, before we start our topic today, I am gonna ask you a few questions to see if you remember what we learned before. So let's get started. Okay, first part, listen carefully. 听 Question 1. 你今天吃了什么？你今天吃了什么？我今天吃了炒粉 fried noodles. Question 2. 明天你要去哪儿？明天你要去哪儿？明天我要去超市。明天我要去超市。Question 3. 今天星期几？今天星期几？ As I was recording this video, 今天星期天。今天星期天。Question 4. 今天天气怎么样？今天天气怎么样？ In my place, 今天很热。今天很热 because 夏天来了。夏天来了 Summer is coming. And I cut my hair. 我剪了头发 because summer is coming. I want to keep it fresh. So 今天很热。How about your place? 今天天气怎么样？ And it's okay if you don't understand what I'm asking. You can see the translation I posted here and pause a little bit. Try to answer these questions by yourself. First one. 今天你吃了什么？今天你吃了什么？ What did you eat today? And second one. 明天你要去哪儿？明天你要去哪儿？ Where are you gonna go tomorrow? And question 3. 今天星期几？今天星期几？ Which day of the week is it today? As when you are watching this video. Question 4. 今天天气怎么样？今天天气怎么样？ How is the weather today? And remember before, I think I recorded an episode of like how to describe the weather. So if you are not familiar with that, you can go back to that video. Let's review a little bit here. 天气 is weather. 那今天天气怎么样？ How is the weather today? 怎么样 in here is how. 那 when you answer, you can say 今天天气很好。You can say today the weather is lovely. Or 今天下雨 today it's raining. Or 今天很热 it's pretty hot. In my place, because it's summer, I can say 今天很热。Or I can even say today is even hotter than yesterday. 今天比昨天热。So 比 in Chinese it means compare. And today this is what we are gonna focus on. And anyone still remember how to say cold? 冷 So I'm asking you, 今天冷吗？今天冷吗？ Is it cold today? You can answer, 今天不冷。今天不冷 Today it's not cold. You say, 今天很热 Today it's very hot. So now let's try it again. 今天天气怎么样？ And my answer is, 今天比昨天热。今天 today, 昨天 yesterday, 热 hot. So 今天比昨天热 Today it's hotter than yesterday. And if my answer is 今天比昨天冷 it means 冷 is cold. So you can say 今天比昨天冷 Today it's colder than yesterday. And see here, if you want to make sentences like this, you want to compare something in Chinese, There are 4 forms we're gonna learn today. There is affirmative form, there is interrogative form, and there is negative form 1, negative form 2. Now let's check them one by one. For example, affirmative form. You are taller than your little brother. 你比弟弟高. And make it a question. 你比弟弟高吗？你比弟弟高吗？ And negative form 1. 你没有弟弟高。You are not as tall as your little brother. And 你不比弟弟高。你不比弟弟高 means you are not taller than your little brother. Which means you might, shorter than your little brother, or you might just as tall as your little brother. So that's 2 meanings, and we will learn that later. And before we start to learn, before we start to make real sentence, I think I will introduce you guys some, real common adjectives that we use a lot. For example, see here, small, 小, big, 大, tall, 高, short, 矮, long, 长, another short, 短 means the length is very short. You can say 短. And fat, 胖, the opposite of fat, skinny, 瘦, 瘦, and fast, 快, slow, 慢, and expensive, 贵. The opposite, 便宜, 便宜 means cheap, and deep, 深, shallow, 浅. Remember when we learn the colors, we also say 深, it can be like dark blue, you can say 深蓝, and light blue, 浅蓝. 干 dry, the opposite 湿 wet, 湿 wet. Okay, you can pause here a little bit and try to, practice a little bit by yourself. Then we will use this to make real sentence. Okay, now let's check them one by one. First, affirmative form, 肯定形式. We will make sentence like use this form. A, then add the character B, then put subject B, then add the adjective. For example, Mom is older than me. Older in Chinese, we can use 老 or 大. In here, I'm using 大 because 老 prefer to like really old men. So I can say 妈妈比我大. 妈妈比我大 means mom is older than me. And I can also say big sister is skinnier than me. And it goes like 姐姐比我瘦. 姐姐比我瘦. And noodles taste better than bread. 面条比面包好吃. 好吃 means delicious. So 面条比面包好吃. And next one. Remember watermelons. 西瓜, 柠檬 lemon. So I can say 西瓜比柠檬甜. Watermelons are, sweeter than lemons. And, the second form is make it a question. As we learned before how to post questions, so it's pretty easy here. We just add ma, the character ma, and a question mark at the, in the end of a affirmative form sentence. For example, little sister is younger than her. It's 妹妹比她小. And make it a question. 妹妹比她小吗? Question mark. And the affirmative form of your room. Your room is bigger than your big brother's. You can say 你的房间比哥哥的房间大. And make it a question. 你的房间比哥哥的房间大吗? Just add ma and a question mark. Third question, Chinese is harder than English. I can say 汉语比英语难. And make it a question. 汉语比英语难吗? Okay, let's try it again. Is little sister younger than her? 妹妹比她小吗? And is your room bigger than your brother's? 你的房间比哥哥的房间大吗? And is Chinese difficult than English? 汉语比英语难吗? If yes, you can say 是的. If not, you can say 没有. And in my videos before, I already post, an episode of how the difference between 不 and 没有. So today we are gonna learn two different negative forms, and the meanings of them are totally different. So now let's focus on the negative form 1. The sentence structure goes like A, subject A, add 没有, then subject B, then add the adjective. For example, 今天没有昨天热. 今天没有昨天热 means today it's not as hot as yesterday. Which means yesterday is hotter. Second sentence, 牛奶没有果汁好喝. 牛奶 means milk. 果汁 juice. 那牛奶没有果汁好喝 means milk is not as delicious as juice. Means juice tastes better. The third one, 铅笔没有书柜. 铅笔 pencil and 书 books. 贵 expensive means pencil is not as expensive as book. And the negative form 2, the sentence structure goes like A, subject A, add 不比, then add subject B, then add the adjective. For example, 我的作业不比你少. 我的作业不比你少. 我的作业 my homework. 作业 means homework. 那不比你少, 你 you 少 less. So 我的作业不比你少 means my homework is no less than yours, which means I might have the same amount of homework like you do, or I might have, more homework than you. So there's two possibilities. Sentence 2, 法语不比英语容易. 法语 French, 英语 English, 容易 easy. So it means French is no easy than English, which means French, it maybe I think French is, just as difficult as English, or I think French is, it's more difficult to learn than English. So there's two possibilities, you got it? And also when we compare stuff, sometimes we will add the exact number or exact amount. For example, I am 2 years old than you. I will say 我比你大2岁. 我比你大2岁. 2 years old is the actual, age difference between us. So I add it after the adjective. So make a sentence like this. Subject A, B, then subject B, then add the adjective. After that, you can add much, 很多, or 一点儿, a little bit, or the actual, amount. For example, 2 years old. And let's make another sentence. Cakes taste, a little bit sweeter than ice cream. I can say 蛋糕比冰淇淋甜. It means cake tastes sweeter than ice cream, but 一点儿. Now, if I want to say a little bit sweeter, I would say 甜一点儿. I put 一点儿 a little bit after the adjective 甜. Sentence 2, I want to say the apples are much cheaper than the strawberries. At least in my place, looks like so. 苹果 apples 比草莓 strawberries 便宜很多. 便宜很多 便宜 is cheap. 那便宜很多 much cheaper. And now let's do a little bit review about what we are learning like in our videos before, how to describe the flavor. 酸 sour, 那 much sour 酸很多. And sweet 甜 much sweeter 甜很多. And spicy 辣 那 much spicier 辣很多. And bitter 苦 so 苦很多 much bitter. For example, coffee is much bitter than milk. 咖啡比牛奶苦很多. And watermelons are much sweeter than lemon. So I can say 西瓜比柠檬甜很多. And I can say hot pot are much spicier than noodles. 火锅比面条辣很多。So you can combine these, adjectives and try to make sentence by yourself. You can combine them with the video's colors and the food name or the food name we learned before. Try to make a sentence by yourself. And before we end this video today, you know what I'm gonna do. So here is a few sentences that I'm making in English. I want you try to, use what we are learning today and translate it into Chinese Mandarin. Sentence 1. Is your dad older than your mom? You can make a sentence, you can translate it first, then try to answer it. Sentence 2. Bread tastes better than the cookie. Bread 面包 cookie 饼干 Sentence 3. Is the book much expensive than the pen? Book 书 pen 笔 Sentence 4. Are the apples 2 kilos heavier than the bananas? Apples 苹果 banana 香蕉 and 2 kilo 2000克 Sentence 5. I'm not as tall as my friend. I'm not as tall as my friend. Friend is 朋友 Sentence 6. Today is no hotter than yesterday. Today is no hotter than yesterday. Remember, you need to use negative form here. Okay, now let's do them one by one. Sentence 1. Is your dad older than your mom? 你的爸爸比你妈妈大吗? In my case, 是的，我的爸爸比我的妈妈大 Sentence 2. Bread tastes better than cookie. 面包比饼干好吃。面包比饼干好吃。面包 bread cookie 饼干。Sentence 3. Is the book much expensive than the pen? 书比铅笔贵很多吗？书比铅笔贵很多吗？Sentence 4. Are the apples 2 kilos heavier than the bananas? 苹果比香蕉重2000克吗？重 means heavy. 那2000克 2 kilos. And sentence 5. 我没有我的朋友高。我没有我的朋友高。I'm not as tall as my friend. And last one. Today it's no hotter than yesterday. 今天不比昨天热。今天不比昨天热 which means today it might be as hot as yesterday or today it's colder than yesterday. There are two possibilities. So did you get it? Try to practice by yourself now. Alright guys, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions for me, please leave a message below. And if you are looking forward to more videos about Chinese learning, just give a like, subscribe to my channel. And again, this is 顿顿说中文，我是顿顿，大家下次再见。See you next time. Bye.